everyone, and welcome back to Nikhil Reacts. It's time for the Season 2 finale, which means I'm wearing my Alf shirt. A thing I do every time I react to a Season 2 finale. This is established lore and a storied tradition. Anywho, let's watch the X-Men lose everything. Right out the gate, we got a Wolverine alone homage. I have been notified through thousands of comments that apparently we're not getting to the Phoenix anytime soon. But for the record, Wolverine running through the sewer like this, pretty reminiscent of one of the most famous stories of his ever, where he tore up the entirety of the Hellfire Club in the middle of the Dark Phoenix saga.
The informant was right. This guy's definitely a mutant.
I guess some people know about mutants. Which of the dozens of security failures this season do you think clued these people in? Buddy, take a bath. You're in the sewer. Wolverine has advanced senses. For him, this has got to be the nasal equivalent of going to a heavy metal concert, and you're still cutting through the noise?
Target knows we're tracking him, but he's intent on pursuing his own quarry.
Readings indicate that the guy he's chasing is another mutant.
Shockingly similar, actually. Really just the same as him, but somehow worse in every way. Also, for the record, there is an issue of Mutant Massacre where he's hunting Sabretooth through the sewers, which is not related to the Phoenix, but whatever. Not the sucker kick to the back of the head. Wolverine plays dirty in the sewers, man. Of course, the one way for Sabretooth to win is for Magneto to just win instead. I can't wait for these losers to figure out that he's not the one with the metal powers.
Did you see that? It just bent around him.
Might be the work of that other mutant.
Never mind. Even they assume it can't be that loser. J. Jonah Jameson?
Dr. Trask.
Okay, I guess that makes more sense. Oh, Trask. I don't know what our obsession is with using Trask in these stories, guys. Yes, he invented the Sentinels. He's also been dead for like 60 years. If you want to use a big bad evil scientist who's got ties to the Sentinels, then what about, I don't know, Stephen Lang? The guy who brought the Sentinels back during the Claremont run, one of Wolverine's first missions on the team, and the reason that they were in space and Jean got smacked with the Phoenix in the first place? Just putting it out there.
It's like he just disappeared.
And Sabretooth?
Nothing.
Without Sabretooth, we'll never find Magneto!
I need my boyfriend. He asked me to look after his daughter while she was having medical treatment, and I forgot, Jean. Now she's just out there. She's gonna tell on me.
I told you I wasn't ready for this. I mean, after only 4 sessions, I shouldn't
This is a good point, though. Why don't you do it, bud? Not everything has to be a learning exercise. A man's missing. Put on the weird hat. Okay, I was joking earlier, but like, at least give it a try.
Notice how unnaturally it's twisted and bent. I've seen this kind of effect before.
Magneto.
How do you know about Magneto? That's frustrating. I can't refilm, guys, so I gotta say, the animation, it's getting smoother. Both that and the crane shot in Cerebro were pretty slick.
It appears our friend Magneto is up to something quite significant. That's right, Wanda. Your loving father has made a bold move.
I love not including Pietro with that. He's the one who ostensibly was actually raised by the man in some capacity. But Wanda is the one who doesn't like him, and Mystique knows how to perfectly push two people's buttons at the same time.
He's abducted Wolverine.
Huh? Wolverine? That's crazy!
The guy who controls metal took the metal man? How?
Why would he want to do that?
Oh, that's a better question. Why would he want Wolverine?
Pietro, he's your father too.
Okay, now that I pissed you both off, Pietro, you do actually know the man, so.
He actually snatched one of the X-Men. Why?
I do love that the question is why and not how. Everyone gets that Magneto v Wolvie is a one-way match, but there is the standing question of who would willingly want to hang out with that grumpy Canadian. If only there was a way that both of you could have gotten out of the path of the bullet in time.
Thanks, Scott.
You're stalling, Cyclops. Magneto won't be sitting around waiting for you to decide on tactics.
Not to defend Charles on Maine, but like, yeah, if you could have done that at any time, why'd you wait till half the team got eliminated? Listen, children, it is imperative that you be ready for when Magneto creates a decoy version of himself full of TNT. I do not know how else to impress upon you that his battle strategy largely comes from the Looney Tunes.
You rushed him? Like you were going to take him by surprise?
Professor,
Magneto is always 2 steps ahead, Scott.
Scott, you don't get it. Magneto is one of the most devious, intelligent, charismatic, beautiful...
It's clear that none of you are ready to face Magneto.
I disagree.
Do you? You couldn't even take care of the Brotherhood.
To be fair, Scott one-shot Magneto out of the air. He and Rogue handled that man. Though this does raise the same question I've been having with a lot of the recent episodes, which is, fight him, why? Like, this seems to just sort of be a game to them. It's not like the Brotherhood were robbing them all last episode, you know? They fight to fight and see who wins.
I'm left with the need to bolster your ranks. Therefore, I'd like you to welcome your new teammate.
Okay. Show stays one step ahead of me. Told you they were basically on the same side.
You're not serious, are you? After what they did to us?
Hey, we won, you lost. Get over it.
See? It's a game. The only stake is bragging rights.
We faced tremendous odds going against Magneto, and we will be a much stronger team with their help.
I'm done with this.
Scott!
Jean, let him go.
Jean, he's a loser, and we're better off without him.
Professor!
Time is of the essence. Right now, we must continue training while you resume your efforts on Cerebro.
Okay, so is Chuck Mystique? That would actually explain why the teams are merging and why he's not just doing the Cerebro bit himself. But then, where is Chuck?
Okay, bub. What did mutants ever do to you?
You are a threat. A menace. You poison our gene pool and upset the natural balance of power.
We're not all the same. Some of us fight the good fight.
That's a weird response, Wolvie. That's what you say if he actually listed something that a mutant had done to him before. But you can't "I'm one of the good ones" your way out of poisoning the gene pool. That's not a real thing. This man's just a bigot.
Someone must ensure the survival of our species before it's too late.
There's the Sentinels! I can't lie. I'm excited to see the X-Men fight a Sentinel. Way back at the beginning of the season, I said that we were quickly approaching a genuine X-Men status quo. And while it's taken a bit longer for us to get there, there's no way this is not the turning point.
That's why I'm leveling the playing field.
One man with very sharp claws, 2-story tall purple robot. This is an equal proportional response.
Found anything?
Yes, look at this. Cerebro has picked up on Wolverine's healing powers.
Gather the teams.
There is an interesting message here that I'm wondering if it's intentional or not. Charles is so focused on policing other members of his oppressed group that he is completely missing the real danger that's coming from outside.
Everything's ready, Charles.
Wait, is Charles actually Mystique? There's a cut in the middle, but that's definitely the way they usually frame her transformation. This either fully proved that idea or fully disproved it, and I can't actually tell which one it is.
What about Scott?
He still hasn't returned. We can't wait for him any longer. Storm, you know as well as I do that if the boy's lost his confidence, he'd only be a liability.
If this is genuine Charles, it is shockingly comic accurate. A lot has been said about how he's like basically an evil person. I don't think that's true, but he's very harsh and very demanding, and this is the kind of call he would probably make. But the thing is, because this is a kid's cartoon, the episode would have to end with him apologizing and having a heart-to-heart with Scott, and I just don't see that happening.
Initiating DEFCON 4 defense mode.
Oh my god, Charles actually is Mystique! That's insane! What are you doing to these children, girl? Yeesh, good thing you're invulnerable when you're blasting, huh, bud? Good on you, Amara, for getting out. That was a genuinely tense sequence. Dude, I'm on the edge of my seat. What? The way so many little things about this had to be established throughout the season for this tension to pay off. Like, what do you mean the arcade episode is actually coming into play? Okay, I'm sorry, I can't get past the fact so often throughout this season have they addressed the mansion's automatic defenses. We saw it in the arcade episode, we saw it in the episode where Avalanche came to join the team. The X-Mansion has a truly ridiculous amount of guns. And in hindsight, all of that just serves to dial up the tension of this sequence. Not to mention playing off of Boom Boom's entire arc and her friendship with Amara from the Girl Power app. This is what I want to see out of a season finale, man. Not just a bunch of random cage matches.
Whoa, what about Mystique?
She's running the show again. She's the reason Lance and the Brainless Boys attacked you guys at the mall.
Oh, you know what? Xavier randomly sent them to the mall for no reason, which is why I've been saying it's like a game to them. But if that was also Mystique, then it is sparring, but it's sparring to train the Brotherhood for something. How long has Chucky been missing?
The Sentinel.
Please be purple, please be purple, please be purple. It's like a light red. We'll take it. Yo, how the hell are the X-Men gonna respond to this thing? At least Wolverine can heal. I'm a little sad because I feel like this is a level of threat they gotta wrap up by the end of the episode. Because if these just start patrolling the town in the future seasons, there's no way the X-Men are getting a moment's rest. That's such a specific answer to a question I once asked. Now, where were you keeping that? This is so much attention to detail. I am curious if we're ever going to address the fact this is a second car.
The Institute will self-destruct in 10 minutes.
Of course. Oh, is it really an X-Men adaptation if you don't blow up the mansion at some point? Though, Mystique, just to be clear here, was your idea to leave all of the younger children locked in this building and then blow it up? I take back what I was saying earlier. That's a genuinely evil scheme. And there's your Magneto orbs. Holy shit! In the finale? He comes in the finale? I was so sure this had to be a season 3 drop. Give me a second. Let's do it. There's Pyro, the one member of the Brotherhood we haven't seen yet. And I'm assuming this is Colossus, who did briefly join Magneto's side in the early 90s, though at that point it was called the Acolytes. I'm assuming this is going to be Magneto's Brotherhood, recognizing that there are 2 of those, which is honestly more than any other adaptation. Okay, I don't know why they made his powering up look like he's a cyborg, but it's still cool. So earlier, they mentioned that they knew about a mutant who had magnetism powers. Do you think there was an emergency meeting about the giant metal robots being the plan? Or were they just hoping that wasn't going to be a problem? That is how you do part 1 of a season finale, folks. I am so on board. What a freaking cliffhanger. God, I cannot imagine being a child and having to wait a week to watch the next part of that.
And run a full-scale diagnostic on the Sentinel. I want to know exactly how well it withstood our little exercise.
Why Wolverine? Like, I get that he's like the fighter one, but if you want to test the limits of the machine, you should have probably just picked someone who had raw power over skill, you know? I'm kind of curious if Mystique actually shut down the mansion to save the kids, like to keep them out of harm's way.
Hit the deck!
That ain't a paint pellet. All of you are going to die. And we had like 3 episodes about these kids learning how to use their powers for specifically this purpose. I cannot applaud the conclusion of these arcs enough, man. I even know all their names now.
Splat. So it's a no-go, huh?
Unless one of you recently developed telekinesis.
Oh my god. Are they gonna use the thing from Boom Boom's episode that I was making fun of them for training with despite never needing?
Wow. So what do you call this, the X cave?
No way the pit came into play. Holy crap! That brings me back to my earlier question. Why do you have a pit? Evidently, it's their version of a fire escape.
I should be out there with them.
You will be. But let's first see what surprises are in store for us.
Okay, now I'm doubting that he is Mystique. But then, is Mystique still in the building?
You'll find some familiar-looking orbs near the loading docks. Stay alert. Magneto brought friends.
Yeah, he did. He brought really dope-ass cool friends.
Run!
Let's go, Remy! Let him have it! I don't even care that he's a villain, y'all. I love the X-Men. I want this team specifically to do well, but I also would not be mad if Gambit beat them all to a pulp. Villain Gambit is the only time we get to see fire that big off of one of these cards.
You had no idea.
It's a trap!
He was working with Magneto. Quicksilver. I thought he gave up his loyalty a bit too quick. I am a little upset the cards aren't pink. They've made it fire instead of pure kinetic energy, which is fair from a storytelling perspective, but I feel like pink flame could have still worked. Ah, never mind. They glow pink. That's something. The vibe this gives is the silly little X-Men AU meeting the actual X-Men comics. Like, we've gone from who are you taking to the prom to genuine outlandish villainy, and I'm eating it up, man. Maybe that means Storm gets to be a little more comic-y too? You know what happens to a candle when it's struck by lightning?
I'm gonna fry this turkey! Wait! Do that and it's all over.
Okay, so it's either Mystique is Xavier, or she's one of these kids. But why would she stay in the building if it's about to be demolished? Ah! I want to take a pic just to see. It can't be Jubilee, it can't be Berserker, it can't be Cannonball, it can't be either of the girls, and it can't be Scott. So it's gotta be Iceman? But it was his idea to come to the computer room.
What do we do, Scott?
Yeah, what's the plan?
Scott?
Oh, I guess it could be Beto or Rain. They never really show those two, so I forgot they were around. Oh, also Multiple's in here somewhere.
1.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Holy crap, the escalation of this episode is insane. I don't think I've been giving this show enough credit because I've been approaching it as a silly little episodic hijink of the week kind of deal. And to be fair, I think that's what it was last season. But this, we're at the X-Men, man. Oh, they're gonna meet. They're gonna meet. Why does he have a soul patch? Were soul patches a big thing in the 2000s? I don't know if this is notable or not, but the King of Hearts is the Suicide King. It's the one with the sword through his head, which means either A, the censors objected to a standard card make, B, this means something about the character, or C, no one noticed nor cared. This version of Gambit kinda looks like a dork, but to be fair, I don't mind, because it means I could more likely cosplay him. I loved that whole interaction. Even her continuing to hold the card. That is such a great way to show Gambit getting into her head. Oh my god. Sorry, Colossus. Toad has the plot armor of all plot armor in this show. He is rule of cool made manifest.
Body slam! Huh?
Unless, of course, it's funny for him to lose. Oh no. As much as I was loving the Gambit in Rogue One, what's this gonna be?
Let her rip!
Wait, never mind. She has Avalanche. They're golden. You're not getting my girl in this universe, you creep! I love the idea that Sabretooth was just waiting for him to wrestle out of that this entire time.
So long, hairbrain!
She did not turn blue, which I'm going to take to assume means that's not part of his mutation in this world either. Get his ass, Wanda. Get his fucking ass. Storm, I can't believe I'm about to say this for the first time ever in this show, but don't do anything. Let Wanda handle Papa Buckets. See, now I'm thinking he definitely isn't Mystique, because she would have been in the fight by now. I guess she just set DEFCON 4 and then booked it? Is that the idea? She's still weirdly absent for all of the beef that she supposedly has with Mags. Oh, don't tell me they did Wanda that dirty. I'm trying to see if I can remember any scene with her that's not in her debut.
According to the scans, all mutants.
They don't know what they've blundered into.
Okay, so now I'm pretty sure this was an intentional piece of commentary. The mutants are literally too busy fighting themselves to notice the threat coming for them. Just a kid's show, my butt. Well, we didn't have to wait very long, did we? Wolverine managed to almost die, so let's see what a whole team can do.
He released the Sentinel.
As I knew he would.
Bye! It was nice seeing you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm gonna get changed, because this is so hot. That was a really fun surprise, though.
And now the whole world will know of us.
Let's reveal mutants, baby! What I've been saying the whole season's been building up to the whole time. What a brilliant plan. You get all of the X-Men, all of the Brotherhood, and the human bigots together and show them that not one of them can touch you at the same time. Magsy, you're finally acting like yourself, buddy, and I love it. Okay, well now I don't know, because they cut to his reaction shot. Now I feel like Mystique is weighing committing to the bit against participating.
With some traffic slowing on the I-95 past the... Frank, you may want to get this.
I know, I've been so wish-washy this episode. I'm not even doing it for the bit about like getting proven wrong or anything. I feel like the fact that Xavier's not really here is going to be why they can't mind wipe all these people again, you know? There it is. TV coverage.
We got something here for the network feed. The whole world's gotta see this!
Hell yeah, they do! For as much as the show has its problems, the fact that it's gonna be Storm striking a lightning bolt that notifies the world of mutants' existence is beautifully fitting.
That's you! Yeah!
And now she's out for the count again, but whatever. At least Spike was finally helpful, I guess. Now, what did Jean do to light the thing on fire? Is that some latent flame abilities, perhaps? Not the flat scan! The flat scan relationship's catching him on the news! Not Paul! You gotta be fucking kidding me. Actually, the fact that we've barely seen Paul all season long makes this one reaction shot even better. What a goddamn payoff, man. Yeah, just take a nap right there in the middle of the road. Goddess. Spoke too soon. At this point, in lieu of analysis, I'm just pointing out things that happen in the show because they're cool. But everybody just grabbed their nose when Nightcrawler poured it in. Genius.
They called in the Marines.
Not yet.
Hey, I gotta have my big moment saving humanity, so you get the heck out of here.
You locked me away.
You gave me no choice. You couldn't control your anger.
You haven't seen me angry.
Oh, not the Hulk line. Actually, it's the opposite of the Hulk line, but still.
Wanda! Release my powers! You don't know what you're doing! Wanda!
Wanda's going for the throat. Teach you to put me in a mental hospital. Your ass is getting shot. All right, this is either a very touching moment of Xavier coming to save Magneto, or Mystique finally deciding to act, and I don't know.
Get in, now!
What about the others?
We'll have to come back for them. Move it!
He's right. Everybody on board.
That doesn't sound like something Xavier would say in this show. It's so hard to tell, because if this is Mystique, then she's the one who's finally acting like comic book Xavier. So either we're dialing into a more morally gray area, or it's not him.
Government investigators are looking.
Rest assured, we're doing everything in our power to get to the bottom of this.
What's your take, Senator? Are they men or monsters?
Oh, they mentioned the senator. I wonder if Senator Kelly, Robert Kelly, will be Principal Edward Kelly's brother. Time to move to the Outback.
Oh, Scott, what happened? How did you guys survive this?
Scott got us.
He's Mystique. He's so totally Mystique. I know that look on Scott, and that's, I'm gonna shoot Xavier.
It was you. You did this.
Yes, I did do it.
And now...
I have so many questions. What was the plan? Where's Xavier? How long has he been missing? Did they reveal Risty so early to throw everyone off the scent? All right, Nikhil from the editing room, I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure the switch happened last episode when Mystique said this.
I've got other business to attend to.
And afterwards, not only does Toad tip us off that this is a kind of twist we should be expecting.
Hey, is that really you?
But Mystique literally fades into Xavier when he sends them to the scrimmage at the mall. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled ramblings. Why leave Scott behind specifically? Was it to try and kill him with the kids, or to give the kids a shot at survival? I've enjoyed this season overall, but this is the most hype I've been since that opening episode. Everything has been delivered on, and more. We got mutants known to the world, the X-Men at their lowest of lows, Magneto and Mystique acting like actual villains. The only thing we are missing is Phoenix. I cannot wait for the third season. But you will have to. Yes, we're going to take a bit of a break again between seasons. Not as long as last time. The next episode will come out a week after whenever you're watching this. If you're on Patreon, that's October 13th. If you're on YouTube, October 17th. And make sure to stick around, because I think we have something really cool in front of us. Anyway, as always, if you liked the episode, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't, you're lying. It had Gambit in it. It was awesome. Talk about Gambit.